So I'm going to do a unboxing of Mantis, the 3.75 or 4-inch scale epicheroes series toy. Hoping it'll fit in with the Marvel Infinite series or Marvel Legends 3.75 line or 1/118th scale figures. Just to kind of round off the team. I also have a Drax that I will probably unbox as well, just at least for the head sculpt, because I kind of like the Drax in the Marvel Universe selection, but it would be nice to have him in a suit that is more corresponding with Mantis here, or even with Star-Lord. But anyway, let's get going and start the unboxing. You can see here, there's Mantis in the box. There's the side of the box there. There's the top. I don't know if you can see that. Back side. And side panel again. Showing Mantis in the pose. I think that'd be nice if that was her posability. I think that's a Marvel Legends Mantis, or might be the real deal. Not sure. But anyway, next frame will be her unboxed in magic time fashion. Here she is. I'm going to go ahead and cut the tape. Get her open. It's really a small box. So it's a 19 scale. And there she is right there. There's some literature and looks like some type of packing something. I don't know what that is. But I've never had a Hasbro literature before in such a small frame. It's a warning, choking hazard. Hoping she has the guns in here, because are these the guns? That's what these are. These are the pistolas. I don't know if you guys can see that. There they are. Probably gonna do some wash on these at some point. Oh, there's one. There's that one right there. It's a pretty nice one. And high caliber pistol. Anyway, there's the gun. So do not throw this away. This is not just a random piece of paper in the box. They actually had the guns. So there we go. Let's go to the back side. I don't know if I should do this or not. I should just break these. There we go. I'm kind of break them, so hopefully it doesn't jack up the figure. You know? You could do this instead. Get it done just the same. It's a cool little emblem, you know. Would love to have used that for a background of some sort. However, that is not meant to be. Alright, let me go ahead and clean up the area here. Alright. Where's the rest of the team? So here she is. Stiff, brand new figure, should be expected. Alright, so we'll go over points of articulation here in a second. I'll just adjust the camera. There we go. Don't want too much. There we go. Alright, well, of course you have head. Head rotation. Side to side, a little bit up and down. Sure, with some time, and not much up and down. All right, arms go out about that. Swivel right here. So go forward about that. 360. Elbows. Bend that to about right there, about a little bit over 90, or maybe a 90 exactly. Looks like the left arm here goes a little bit more than the right arm. All right, and both are on a swivel. No rotation here, just on the ball hinge, I believe that's what it's called, or a joint there. Unfortunately, man, that's a bummer. So I'm gonna have to definitely custom. This is not a no motion there at all in the wrists. All right, no thigh swivel or nothing. No ab crunch. The legs do split, so she can do the splits. You know, she can do her meditation thing there, whatever. Legs go out that far, and that's as far back as they go without, even if I pull back from here. So, legs do not go any further back than this right here. Okay. No thigh cut or swivel, but these are nice though, as far as, and it's like I've done some customs on 5-point articulation where it's, you just have this rotation and then you can cut into a leg. This is basically that cut into a leg using a ball joint. Okay, so knee, that's a funny little knee pad thing. Soften, goes up, goes down about that much, about 90 degrees, rotates, and of course, no ankle articulation. So she's definitely gonna be customized. But really, what I wanted to make sure she can do was fit in with the rest of my team here. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start bringing the team over to kind of give us an idea on her size within the scale. Alright. So there you have Mantis, right? Just rotate. And up a little more. There we go. And so first and foremost, this is not a good comparison for her size because he's obviously a little bit bigger than the rest of the team, but that gives you an idea on how she fits in to the rest of the team. The color, it's a variation blue, so I'm gonna probably have to paint her just a little bit to touch up on the color to match the rest of the team. That's her beside Groot, or in front of Groot, I should say. I'm gonna go ahead and here's Star-Lord, and this is really the test here. So as you can see, she actually fits really well with the Marvel Universe or Marvel Legends 1 1/118th scale. And here she is by Gamora. Okay, so she's shorter than the rest, but I think that's how she is in the movie anyway, so we'll just pretend, I might pick her up with some ankle articulation if and when I customize her. At that point, I'll maybe post a video on that. There's Drax. Of course, Drax is bigger, and if you don't, well, here's a Marvel Legends Yondu. Right, and if you don't like this guy and you want the movie version, I did like Peter Quill and Star-Lord's guns in the Legends, even though I don't like the waist articulation, meaning no articulation in the waist. But there he is with her. So you can see she's smaller. There's no doubt about that. And that's just the way the this scale, at least with this epic series, that's the way it is. She might even be too small. She measures in at about, let's see, okay, see if I fit in this. Boom. Knock her over, you know. She fits in a little bit under 4 inches. 4 inches if you include her little antennae there. But she's about, yeah, 4 and that's going to test me 7/8, so over 7/8. So what's that? 9, 6, you know, 4 and about 7/8. Okay. This is a kind of a messed up ruler actually. That inches. Here we go. No, it's 4. Over 4 and 7/8. A little bit more than 4 and 7/8. So there she is, Mantis. There we go. She actually really has a good head sculpt here. I really like that head sculpt quite a bit. Just needs a little bit of touching up as far as paint, maybe. Close up, backside. Maybe some touch up here, paint. Match that red into the shoulder pads, and as well as that there too. Alright, so here she is. She stands about 4 inches tall, just a little, if you include her little antennae there. She is on the ruler. Let's see if you can see it without. There we go. So she's just a little under 4 inches without her antenna. And let me see if we get the foot. There we go. See, just under 4 inches. Okay. In comparison to the rest of the team, I'm going to start with the big guy, which is kind of unfair to her size, just because he's going to be bigger. I'm soon to upgrade him, but there she is compared to Groot. Groot's about, I want to say 7 inches or so. So here's Groot. I'm going to knock his hands down so that way we can get some more people here. Drax is also a bigger character, so that's still unfair to her size here. But if you look, you know, Drax is this build is, or this buck is kind of a standard biggish kind of guy buck. So still kind of unfair to her as far as where she stands and how tall she is. So the real test for me was with Star-Lord. You know, how does she stand up to Star-Lord? How does she stand up to Gamora? So here's Star-Lord right here, right? And she does fit pretty well. She might be just a little bit shorter than I would like. However, for not having a Mantis and not having her in a costume, in the 3.75 scale or 1/18 scale, I think she fits. She fits well. All we need to do is really kind of give her some more color depth in her uniform, in her uni, and I think she'll be fine, along with some more articulation both in the hips, the wrists, and the ankles, and maybe even a thigh rotation. But if I do the ankle rotation, I'm gonna use a ball joint, and so it'll be really nice. Along with that is Gamora, of course, and Gamora stands, you know, almost head length above her. I won't say head and shoulders, but, and if we look at Legends, I'm going to go ahead and put Gamora back here, and I'm going to take Star-Lord or Peter Quill out of the frame. Alright, knock Mantis over, you know. As far as Legends in the 1/18 scale, here's Yondu, and of course, you know, basically the same scale as the Star-Lord, same size. And here's the Legends Star-Lord. Both scale, she scales well with both, assuming she's a little shorter, right? And so with that, then questions is where I'm going to go with articulation, and we'll take a look at that here in a second. All right, so I really like her Mantis and her fit in the scale. I really appreciate the sculpting here on the emblem, which I'm actually probably going to push mold and put on the rest of the team, just so that way they can all be uniform. But also I just like the fact that, you know, that's actual sculpting there, and sculpting that in, you know, using a push mold, maybe some epoxy, you know, whether it's green stuff or whichever I would choose to use at the point. I'll probably use some blue stuff to do the push mold, and then put them on the rest. So that would be something I'm going to take from her for sure. However, her articulation needs work, and you can see that right here, definitely on the wrists. I might add in some articulation here on the what is that called, bicep swivel. And her head, as much as I love her head, I will probably put a swivel ball joint here, just so that way she can kind of look up. And I know females are really hard because of this, and the, you know, long hair and the mobility. But actually, this is pretty good as far as being able to. So I'm thinking if I can get some swivel, you know, on that, you know, I'll do that. So there's another point of articulation that will hopefully add to her. This hair is actually really good for movement. Some of the old Marvels, man, you couldn't move her hair at all. Another point of articulation maybe I'm looking at is the thigh hair. I would love for it to swivel, but I'm more going to focus on here. I'm going to put a ball joint right there, and so her ankle will be able to pivot, you know, and do the tilt. So she'll be able to do poses like this and still have I almost said all 4 feet, but both feet on the ground. So, and again, the wrist rotation will be simple fix. And bicep rotation is going to be a little tricky, but I've done it before. And see what kind of position we get her in without. I mean, it's really rough to get her in any type of action position, just because of her lack of, there we go, lack of mobility there. So that's Mantis. Overall, I think she's a good addition. Again, I think she fits in well with scale. I will probably raise her up just a little bit with those ankle joints, or that, yeah, both the ankle joints, and see where she looks after that. I might do that customization on video. I'm not sure yet, but that's her right there. Love the head sculpt. Great head sculpt. I love the emblem on the uniform. Just needs some, I think, like I said, touch-ups again right here at the shoulder. Get some red in there, and there at the shoulder, maybe get some red in there as well. You know, that's just like those little things, kind of make you want to say, hey man, come on, let's get that done. Anyway, that's what we're gonna look at. That's what she looks like, and she's up to par with the scale. Just gonna add a little bit of height, just because I think she needs some more. But if you want to, she can definitely fit in as is. And just to kind of compare her with somebody I got recently. This is my main man my main man Rocket in the legend scale, and this guy, his articulation kicks her butt, and I haven't done a comparison with him yet. I put on the old Rocket head from the Marvel Universe, but to give you another idea of what he looks like, or what she looks like, There we go. Alright, and as you can see, the Legends color is more royal blue than the navy blue. And it's kind of a, I don't know what color that'd be, but it's a kind of a lighter blue. So we can definitely go darker on that one to match the original team's uniform. This one, it's going to be a little tricky. I'd probably just do some wash on that to make it a little bit darker. Maybe add some purples, I don't know. I'm going to play around. But that's what he looks like. He's supposed to be 4 feet in the comics. So I went ahead and said, you know what, I like the Marvel Legends. And plus he is super posable. Anyway, there might be a video coming on that one as well. But that's how he looks, and that's how she scales with him. Peter Quill is supposed to be 6'2", I believe. So I think this Marvel Legends fits well into the scale. If he's supposed to be 4 feet, according to the comics. So that's my opinion. But that's not for now. That's for later. Right now, we've just done a quick review on Mantis. Maybe it isn't so quick. Anyway, I hope you enjoy.